Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back for day number 12. So this was day number 11, which actually it is day number 12 as I am scrapbooking this, which happens rarely with me, but I did this one earlier this afternoon and then now I'm going to do the next one. And I thought I was going to tell, this is one of those days where I thought I was going to tell a different story. This is my Christmas card. I did mail these today, but I thought I was going to have to save these because I did a little kind of crafty thing with a friend today, but we spent way less time doing it than I thought we were going to have to. I was helping her with something and I took a picture of her when she completed a project that she did, but I didn't take any pictures and I ended up doing different things than I thought I was going to. So sometimes you just have to be flexible, right? But I did do this today, so I think this is cool so that I can get this in. So what I'm going to do is I decided I'm going to use two 4x4s because I haven't included any of this in my book yet. And then there's this like 2x8 inch, and I have, see that I was working with my Cricut earlier in vinyl, so I've got vinyl on me. Anyway, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to punch holes in this because this is my card and I want this to lay in here so you can see this. Just that it just lays right in there. I really like to do that with my cards so that it is just in the book. That you can see it. Sometimes I will, you know, put it in a on a 6x8 page or that kind of thing, but this seems to be the way I do it most often. And I'm using my Crop-A-Dile there. So this will just go kind of lay on this part of the spread. Now I've got this other thing here. I happened to do a photo card of me finishing a half marathon earlier this year. It was the first one I'd ever run. It may be the only one I ever run, but I ran one and it was in the pouring rain, which I don't know, you're probably not gonna be able to pick this up, but you can see how hard it's raining. I am soaked. I was wetter. I felt wetter then than I've ever been when I've taken a shower because, you know, you're in your clothes, but my shirt is just soaked. I'm soaked, but it was a very cool time. Anyway, I have this card. Sometimes I do a photo card, sometimes I do a regular card, but I just love this photo so much and there's so much joy on my face. I happen to find that photo card. So I'm going to do that, but I wrote a letter because I want people to kind of know, you know, little bits here and there, what's going on in life and that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this bag here, and I'm kind of looking at this. I might need to fold that letter a little bit more. But you see, like, there's little snowmen on it, and one of them says joy. This came with my Secret Not Secret Kit Club from the Advent calendar that I'm doing with them this year. And so when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this would be really cool to use. Now, a couple of things here. I'm going to need to punch this out. This top is going to extend past the top of the page protector. And I'm not, which means at some point it's going to probably extend, sorry about that noise guys, but I'm trying to get that punch out of there. It's probably going to extend past the top of the book itself as well. So I may leave that. I may choose to cut the top of the bag off here. Let's see. So if I cut that off, this will come out. So I may just leave this the way it is, maybe trim a little bit off the top here. And I think that's what I'm going to do right now is just trim a tiny bit. So let me just I'm just taking it to my paper trimmer here. And I got that trimmed. So now it's a little bit, it'll hang just a little bit less. And I think I do need to, let me fold this in quarters, about. And it's a little bit, and so I'm going to just tuck this in here. There's snowflakes on this. So then this will lay like this. Now the back of this is plain. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do, some years when that happens, I cover that. But this year, I'm thinking I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to put on this snowflake. And again, this came from my Advent calendar. I'm thinking it might be time to change my my nozzle here. It seems to be getting really clogged really fast. And I've had this for probably at least 5 years when we all first started putting glue in our little bottles like this. I have the wider tip now. I just bought, you can buy just the tips for the bottles, and that's what I did. But anyway, okay, neither here nor there. I'm just going to take this and put it on the back of my card here, just for a little bit of decoration. I don't think I'm going to do anything more than this. And we'll put that over there. So then this comes like this. And I do like the fact that my shirt here is pink. There's some pink in here, so that works with this. But it's also going to work with what I have planned for these pockets. So I'm sorry I'm not going to show you this, because what this is these are, see, I took a picture of the envelopes laying on my table, and there's people's addresses there, so they probably wouldn't appreciate it if I put those out on the internet. I have this, which I'm probably gonna have to bring this closer so you can see it. This was also in the Redefine Creative Kit. We got some things in here yesterday, and then I've been saving this North Pole Express mail flare here, so I'm going to put that in here. So that's a plan for that. Then, so let's get that on there. This does seal. What I'm going to do is put so I haven't done any shaker pockets. I like to use this as a shaker pocket, this 2x8, but in this case I'm going to do it with this and just put it in there and drop it in there, which I think will be kind of fun. And I don't know how much of this I'm going to put in there. If I want to do it all. That seems like a lot if I do it all. And this has blue and green, and let me look and see. I'm going to dump it all in and see what I think. This, when I do shaker pockets in this book, normally I just seal them with my We Are Memory Keepers tool, but I don't want to do that with this because it's too light. It would melt it. It's too much. I was right. So I'm going to just dump a little bit of this back out and see what I think now. Maybe just a little bit. I think I've got a lot of wood in here, and it feels like too much wood. So let me just grab some of that out of here. I have tiny little baby Christmas trees and lots of fun stuff, but too much. We'll save that for another day. And this is probably about the right size for a smaller pocket. So I'd really like to use this up. This is combination of the past 2 years, the previous 2 years of sequins and stuff for the shaker pockets. So, okay. I think that's good. There's a couple stars in there. That's perfect. All right, then the cool part about this is that this has a seal on it. So I am going to put the seal in here and just seal this. And yes, you can see the back side of it, but I am A-okay with that. That's a really easy way to make a shaker pocket. Christina packed quite a few things in pockets like this, but this one happened to have stamps on it, so I thought it was perfect for today. Okay, so then that, and I forget these go in here sideways like this. That's gonna sit like that. I could probably glue it to this pocket too if I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. Then this is gonna need to sit on something. I'm gonna need something here, and I'm also going to keep in mind like this stuff. So I've got my pile of 6x6, and I don't have a lot of 6x6 left. I've been using that up. I love this paper. Not big enough, but here's another sheet of that. So let's use that. And then as I'm looking at this, there's this red fa la 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 la, which goes back to this. So I think that would be fun to have that right there. So let's sit this aside a little bit. And I think this is actually a little bit bigger than 4 by 4, if I remember correctly. So 4 inches works there. Yeah, and like 4 1/8. So 4 1/8 inches high by 4 wide. Let's make sure that fits. Okay, that'll be good. Now, I'm going to take this off here for a second. I'm going to see if there's any way that I can just make this smaller so I can kind of design. Oh yeah, this will work. I want to be able to put this on the page and design around it and still hide addresses. And I didn't want to blur the addresses on the photo because obviously I'm going to need that. Okay, so there's this piece here, and I think that if I'm going to sit it to a side, it needs to sit towards that side. I do need my number, which is actually big today. So thinking about that, I think it's actually too big to sit here. It could sit up here, kind of half and half, but I think it might work on here because I'd like to have a little bit of journaling on something here. And I've done this before where I've used this kind of in the way I'm thinking I'm going to use it. So just want to take a look here. So I think I'm going to do a 2-inch by 8 and 3/16 maybe. So let's get the 2 inches done. Oh, actually, it's going to be 2 by 8. Never mind. You know why, guys? Because my paper is only 8 inches. So there we go. So that'll sit like that in the pocket, and that's fine. I'll back to back the one tomorrow or whatever I decide to do tomorrow, because yeah, that's a plain backing there. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Then what I want to do is grab my die cuts and throw them out on the throw them out here. I could do that, but the 12 is too big. Now that I think about it, that's right. I said that 12 is going to probably be too big. I did look to see if there was anything about cards, and I didn't see anything in my I can't think, sorry guys. Didn't see anything like in puffy stickers or anything like this. This would be nice with this little wood 'tis the season. There is wood up in there, so maybe I'll do that. I think the Merry Christmas is too big. Holiday favorite, that's nice. I have a love-hate relationship with Christmas cards, I will be honest. I do like doing them. I always make them a bigger deal than they really are. Like, it seems like it's going to be so hard, and then they're really not that bad. So I'm thinking maybe if we do this and we put the 12 right on top of it. Ooh, see, my ATG is still misbehaving. I'm going to go almost as far over to that edge as I can, to this edge here. I'm still leaving some room right there. Okay, so we have that. I'm just looking at the die cuts in this particular pack are a lot of labels and things, which I think is actually pretty nice. just thinking, do I want another embellishment over here? I was going to say maybe if I have a heart or a star here, I could do that. That's cool. That says fa la la la. Unfortunately, that's not going to fit on here. I can definitely tell that's a star. I liked it better for some reason on this side. I don't know why that is, but I think it comes too close to that. I think I like the little pop of red. So I'll think about that. Let's get the 12 out and see if I want to do something else over here. I am really liking working with this sheet of numbers here. I like that they're different. I thought the numbers last year were too small in the kit, but I'm really liking the way they did it this year. Okay, so I don't really have anything like focused on postage, that kind of stuff. There's 'Tis the Season. Oh, there's a letter here that says for Santa, but this isn't really a letter for Santa. I think this needs to come up though then, obviously, right? And I'm also thinking about this too, that if I do this, this is such a narrow pocket, this stuff sometimes falls out of it anyway, and yeah, you can seal them and all of that, and I can definitely take my We Are Memory Keepers tool and seal them. But I don't want to have to do that. How about that? So I'm going to do things so that I don't have to do it. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring this over just a little bit and maybe up just a little bit now. Okay, so it's not exactly a letter to Santa, but guys, I'm a little old to be writing a letter to Santa. Not that I couldn't. If that's your thing, go ahead and write your letter to Santa. I don't want to wreck anybody's fun traditions. It would be kind of cute to do that. Oh, and I just did what I wasn't going to do. Actually, with this one, I do need to leave that letter there, at least temporarily, because I'll journal there, and I need to make sure I'm not journaling in a bad spot. Now, the other thing I am a little thinking about here is we're going to put this on the outside of this pocket so again it doesn't shift. I've talked about that before. There's the two. You guys were all telling me where it was, weren't you? I just can't hear you. Thank goodness I can't. Otherwise, I would have to wonder about my sanity. So this was my last Christmas task. So now you know what I decided to do? My brothers and sisters and I don't really exchange presents, and my niece and nephew are older. I definitely get their son, who is my my great nephew, things, but I decided to make more coffee mugs. Like, I have to be careful. There's a little bit of coffee left in here. I'm hoping you can see this. I'm gonna look. I don't want to be careful here, but anyway, thinking there's coffee in here, but I made some more mugs. So, and I'm looking at my camera, that my camera's almost out, guys, so I'm gonna move this process along a little bit. But anyway, so I decided today to make some more mugs, and went out and found 6 mugs at the dollar store today. And I'm making things like that say like adulting is hard, you know. Then there's coffee because adulting is hard. There's another one that says first we drink the coffee, then we do the things. And then I'm making myself another one that says runs on coffee and wine, because it's true. I see why I'm having problems with this. There's something wrong with the roll. The roll is coming off, so it's not me. It is actually the roll of tape, and that happens every so often. You get a bad roll. Okay, so we have that down, this down, and then this will lay right over the top of it like this. I think that's going to be really cute. I could have put the 12 here on the bag, and oh, this is not sticking to the shiny. It's a shiny surface on the snowflake and a shiny surface on the back of the card. That's why that didn't stick. So let me put that back on there. I can see where it was supposed to stick and then decided not to. Okay, there we go. I could have put like the 12 there or something, but that's fine. I think it's good the way it is. Question, do I want to put something here? I think it's busy. If I do anything, I think it would be a little bit too busy because there's words and stuff all over that. So I'm going to leave that blank. Look at that, an opportunity to decorate, and I decided not to. So here is the page, and I'm going to have to do the same thing here with the wood. Forgot. This will really shift you. I've done these before. Although I was going to say my page is going to want to stick in there now, which maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing. And I'll just pop that in there like that. I think that's enough. I really think this is nice. I kind of like the fact that that 'Tis the Season sits out there like that. So, guys, there is my page for day number 12. Hope you guys are well, and I'll be back with another one tomorrow. Bye.